G'day everyone, JoeRilla again, and welcome back to the Gran Turismo 4 Used Car Challenge. So, a bit's happened since I last recorded. This is my second attempt at recording a second episode, and because the first attempt was garbage, like just absolute utter garbage. It's happening to me a little bit lately. I've got a few burnt videos, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so I'll just quickly jump out of here and go into where I was now. Oh, excuse me. So these are all done. I did this one. These first three I did in the previous episode, obviously. This one I did on a stream. You know, it didn't go so well, so that's all I did on the game on the stream. And then I did this. God knows when. Oh, I remember now. It was the previous attempt at recording this. So, and I've since actually done it all again because, you know, needed money and extra cars. Speaking of which, we'll quickly jump into home and you'll see I've won something. Something that, well, not only do I not really want, but under the rules of the competition, cannot use. So, goodbye. As you can see, that was worth about 8 grand. Now, I can go one of two roads here. I can try and get something for this, which would, the obvious choice for this budget would be a GTR. So that would be the obvious choice there. Or I can try and get us a key car for this. Now, whilst this gets more per race at 2,000, there are only 3 races, and that's sort of all it'll be good for. Whereas a GTR I can take further. So, let's go car shopping. Now, I've already got an 80s Japanese car, and the reason I mention that is because I'm thinking this lot here. I'm definitely thinking this lot. What's compact? 4,000 millimeters. That opens it up actually quite a lot. So I've already got an 80s. So I think I need a 90s, which is leading me to think R33 GTR. Where's the bloody used car lot? It's around here somewhere. There it is. Found it. I got lost. Used car lineup has been updated. So your average key car can be had for between 5 and 6 grand. That's okay. I can probably get that later at a different stage. I want something that I can keep using into the future. So, like this. Now see, there's no way in shit I can afford that. And is there... oh, low mileage. I can, however, afford this WRX, but that's not too much different from the VR4 that I have. Yeah, see, I don't think we're going to be able to get an early 90s Skyline or a GTR. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even bothering going in here, because I'm not going to be able to afford this either. Ugh, Peugeots. No thanks. Subaru Legacy B4? I mean, just thought it'd be worth a look. Oh, these things are cool. Little Daihatsu midget. Now there's a key car for you. Stagia could be cool, but well out of price range. Peugeot, that's going best off on the scrap heap. Yeah, see, I think the only GTR I'm actually going to be able to afford is in here, which is a bit annoying because I've already got an 80s Japanese car. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm $100 short. I'm $100 short. That is deeply irritating. So, choices are... well, there really is only one choice, really. If I go for that car, this then is rendered useless. And I've spent money on this thing too. But the GTR is going to walk all over this any day of the week. So it is with a slightly heavy heart that the VR4 has to go. Now, I didn't even check what colour this was. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but I like it to be a decent colour. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well, we have enough for it. Use this car now? Yes, please. Okay. It seems to be a bit of a common theme in a lot of my racing games, is using the R32 GTRs. Now, we're not going to forget this time to change the bloody oil. Ugh, $50. Alright, now let's see. Is he going to come out the front of the car again, or is he going to go all the way through to the back? Where's he going? I think he's going to come out the back. Yep, there he is. Drop the car on his shins. No? No, that's alright. Okay, so let's take this thing. What have we got? $2 grand to spend on it. Well, let's go to the tuning cars. Let's go HKS, because why not? Now, I think our most sensible option is going to be that, realistically. Because, yeah, look, we take away 130 kilos. Yeah, that's a fairly decent performance upgrade. Straight away. And the next thing I'll quickly look at is... how much does the chip cost? Ah, it's $1,500, not $1 grand. That's okay. That's it. I suppose we'd quickly check what a flywheel costs. Are you really $20 short? Ugh. That's the sound of exasperation, is what that is. Alright. Enough crapping on. Into here. So now, I did have a go at this in the VR4. Didn't go so well. So I'm hoping this will do better. I think we'll do fine, just reading that lineup. 57 points this is worth. Must think I'm going to do very well. The higher that number, the more difficult it's going to be. I also found a way to speed up the emulation in this, so the loading times are nowhere near as long, and the frame rate's much smoother. Everything's all good. Plus, it's also helps that you know, new hardware, you know, upgrades and stuff. I'm not finished yet either. What is that car in front of me? Is that the Audi? Yes, that's the Audi. Oh, well, we can't have... much like last night's Need for Speed rant, which if you missed my most recent Need for Speed Most Wanted stream, go check out the replay. It's quite entertaining, if I don't say so myself. I actually find that game a lot more fun than this, but I find myself nerding out a lot harder on... oh, geez, that's a lot sharper in this game than previous games. That corner is nowhere near that sharp in Gran Turismo 2. But yeah, in this game in Gran Turismo 2, I find myself nerding out a lot more about cars. Whereas the Need for Speed is about the literal experiences right in front of you. Well, I will say, as much as I much prefer this car in white, the red actually looks really cool. I really like how it looks. It's quite different. Yeah, this is why you don't mess with the GTR. Look at that, he's got nothing. Gonna have to check what... I'm pretty sure it's equipped with sports tyres, but as time goes on, it'll have racing tyres for sure, because you need grip for this thing. This is a grip machine. Definitely a grip machine. Oh, come on, a little bit understeery there though. There is one particular upgrade you can buy for this. Variable center differential. what that is. These things do exist in real life, but a lot of the time they're computerized and or hydraulically operated, so there's little to no user input. I mean, I think the Subaru makes the DCCD system, which is, you know, I don't know what it actually stands for. It basically splits your torque between front and rear wheels for all-wheel drive cars, and that's what a VCD is a variable center differential. Sorry to get a bit nerdy there. 57 A-spec points, thank you very much. This thing is very nice. I like it. Very good. We'll do a couple of races just as is, and then we'll start loading some money into it, because I want to keep this car for the long haul. What do we got? Ooh, we actually got some cool tracks here. I might actually make this a slightly longer episode, maybe, just to do some of these cooler tracks. Ooh, I didn't read that properly. We're facing off against some Evos, are we? Those things can be legit competition for something like this. Evos are no joke. That Audi's a bit of a joke. What the fuck? Is that a Range Rover? That legit looks like a Range Rover out in front. But yeah, you can probably see that even these little rolling start cutscenes previously were very, very slow and jerky. And now that I've, you know, played with some of the settings in the emulator, it's much smoother, and the frames are much truer to the original PS2 game. So, oh, excuse me. Let's just take a small shortcut. Oh, boofed him up the butt. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. I said that out loud. Look at this. Look at this horrible thing. Get it out of my face. I don't want to see it. Alright, so the definite... Oh, here we go. Now, I was about to say there's a definite element of understeer, but I think we're sort of handling it not too badly now. Now that I'm sort of... Oops, I changed down unnecessarily. Bloody bouncing off the rev limiter. Valves wanting to jump out of the engine head, of the cylinder head. Alright. Sorry if I get a bit car nerdy on these games. That's what these games are about. These games are for car nerds. Need for Speed's just for fun. Last week's Gran Turismo 2 stream, someone called me a professor. I was like, oh, it's a bit far, but thank you. Whilst I am playing this game though, I will ask for some opinion. Now, obviously, a part of every Gran Turismo game is the licenses. I don't know whether to include them as part of the series or not, or whether I should attempt to stream them just for some fun, or maybe as part of a variety stream of a Saturday night, or whether I should just cut them out altogether and just do them in my own time. So let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Now, license tests traditionally in Gran Turismo games are 8 to 10 tests long. In Gran Turismo 4, they have 16 tests each. So, you know, I'd be dedicating an entire episode just to a license. So, give us your thoughts, and honestly, I could very well... Oops, that was gear up, I want gear down, there we go. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. I could very well dedicate an entire stream to maybe 3 licenses. You know, these things take a while, especially if you fuck a few up here and there. You know, some of them are quite difficult. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below as to whether I should be including the license tests or not, or whether I should be doing anything in the slightest with them. It was a Land Rover Range Stormer. Oh, excuse me, have a drink of water. I don't remember that ever being a thing. This game's, 2005, I think, so... Yeah, I don't remember. Alright, so I'm going to take a very quick moment just to spend a bit more money on this car. Sorry about all the menuing this time around. I'll try to keep that to a minimum next time. But very quickly, I definitely want a performance chip. Look at that. Boom, 321 kilowatts. Not that this is, in any way accurate, because every different screen you look at tells you something different. Pain in the butt. So we're going to go a racing flywheel to aid in acceleration. Very good. And I just want to check the price of that, $3,000, and I want to check the price of this, should be 4.8. Okay, cool. So a couple more races for those ones there. Back we go. Alright, 3 races to go. Suzuka. I don't know which version of Suzuka this is going to be. I'm pretty sure it'll just be the East Course. Yeah, it is. Are they all Audis I just saw? Oh, the Audis have got nothing. It's literally all Audis. This is a Japanese circuit, mate. Against Godzilla itself. They got nothing. So yeah, you never underestimate that lighter flywheel. It definitely is good for acceleration. The only downside of it that you need to be careful of, and this is why a lot of hill climb cars don't have them, is because it does hinder acceleration up a hill. It can actually cause you to actually start decelerating if you're going up a decent enough hill. That's why you want a nice, dense, heavy flywheel for anything that's going to be going uphill. Hill climb cars, as I said, or off-roaders in particular. Because if when they go up, the very steep hills, you got a lightweight flywheel, you're going nowhere, sunshine. Absolutely fucking nowhere. Alright, here we go. Oh, that start line's far back. Usually it's there. Yeah, these guys get their asses handed to them. Oh no. Oh dear. Too much talk. Too much shit talk and not enough driving. You screw up in this game, it hurts you. And there's no catch up like there is in Need for Speed. So you do something silly. Whew. See ya, sunshine. Oh, excuse me. Cannot seem to shake this bloody cold. Well, the cold itself's gone. It's the bloody blocked nose and the sniffles and the cough and the sort of gross feeling in your throat. It's nasty. We had a frame skip there. Hopefully it doesn't show on the video. Nice. Suzuka probably is one of my favourite tracks in a game. It's I don't know, I just like it. Every time I race on, I'm like, hey, this is fun. I am a big fan of a lot of these real life courses. I definitely, given the chance, would like to go on some of them. Especially, yeah, Suzuka would be up there, because that caters to both cars and bikes. Nürburgring, that'd be cool. What other real life race tracks do I like? Spa, that's an awesome looking track. Dangerous though. Phillip Island would be cool. That's for bikes though, really. They do take cars on it. The V8 supercars go on it, but it is more known for bikes. More locally, Lakeside in Brisbane's north. Not far from my house, actually. Oh, that was the third lap, apparently. There we go, finished. How many Audis does it take to screw in a light bulb? That's enough of that. some Audi driver will be hitting the dislike button. Just be thankful it's not a Peugeot. That's all I'll say to you, Mr. Audi driver. Right, what do we got next? El Capitan. El Capitan reverse. And what's this? Fuji Speedway 90s. Oh, that one's my least favourite. Oh, excuse me. Stiffles. Subaru Legacy Wagon. Stagia. Okay, they're actually starting to get to be some serious cars now. Yeah, that A-spec number keeps going down. This is a really cool track, this one. It's completely fictional, but, you know. Oh, I love those Subaru wagons. If you're a fan of Mighty Car Mods, you'll recognise that as Super Gramps, and you'll recognise that Stagia wagon as the Double Unicorn. If you're in any way, shape or form a car enthusiast, and you don't watch Mighty Car Mods, there's something wrong with you. And if you haven't heard of Mighty Car Mods, how in the hell did the YouTube algorithm send you to me before it? That would be a sad day. But anyway, as I said, if you like modified cars in particular, go watch Mighty Car Mods. It's 2 Australian guys. And yeah, they do a lot of awesome stuff. But anyways, apparently this is meant to be based in the Yosemite National Park. I think I read that somewhere, that this is where it's meant to be based, or Yellowstone or something. Because in this little, there's a configuration of this in the special conditions that goes into the middle of it, and it's all dirt and awesome. Oh, excuse me. This is a blind corner up here. Oh, I hate blind crests like that. Start crashing into everything. It's annoying. That's why I like course maps. Also a tip, if you're doing some enthusiastic driving, this is in real life, or motorcycle riding even, and you don't know the roads, have a GPS out. Don't set a destination or anything, just use it to look at the shape of the road, and you can sort of take a bit of comfort in knowing, you know, what sort of corner is coming up ahead. And there is a way to do it on a bike as well. I've actually got a dock on my bike that I can clip my phone to. And that's when I go for rides, you know, especially on unfamiliar roads. A, because I usually get lost, but B, also I want to see the shape of the road. That's all I do. Clip my phone to it, set the GPS, done. Leave the map open when I'm done, because, you know, roads like Mount Nebo and Mount Glorious, even though they're my favourite ones, I can't remember every bend. And some of those bends are friggin' hectic. You know, I'll try and stay on topic now. Oh, that was well executed. I was you know, quite pleased with that. That was kind of the opposite, but, you know, understeery as hell. I think I'm running out of things to talk about. That's usually how it goes when I start just repeating, or rinsing and repeating methods of description. Oh, bloody hell, there we go. Sorry, I've got a bit of a lead up, it's not so bad. That's why I like to spend a little bit of money on the cars, just to make them a bit faster, so that, you know, not to necessarily make it easy, but, you know, just give yourself that buffer, just, you know, because I don't like repeating stuff over and over again. So, earlier, when I said, in this episode, when I said that I had, you know, redone that Sunday Cup twice, I did. You have to, if you want to, you know, re-win the car, you have to redo all the races, which is fine, because I wanted the money, you know, to get this thing. But, you know, it's very grindy in that aspect, and honestly, like, yeah, I play some grindy games, like freaking Minecraft, you know, Ark, Osiris, that's quite grindy. If you're wondering where that went, well, yeah, I kind of got jack of it. It just wasn't going that well. I may pick it up again later, but that's irrelevant to this video, so, you know, it's just a thought. But yeah, grind in racing games is just batshit boring. Tell you what, I'm not a fan of the grind in racing games, because it's usually doing the same easy track over and over again, trying to quickly get funds. Oh, excuse me. Right, this definitely will be a longer episode. No thanks to the menuing at the start. Right, we're going to go into Fuji Raceway 90s, and then that'll be the episode. What do we got? No GTRs. Except for me, obviously. Alright, now this is a real life raceway in Japan, obviously. And fun factoid, it has the longest straight of any racetrack in Grand Prix history. It has the longest straight. And it is... Whoa, Christ, we're having a bit of a nudge there. This particular version has nice chicanes in it. Oh, excuse me. So in this game, there's the 80s version of the track, there's the 90s version of the track, which is this one, and the 2005 GT version, which I do believe to this day is the configuration it's in now. Looks quite different, but it's really cool actually. Now it's been modernised. But yeah, Fuji Raceway is probably up there on a place I'd like to... Let's face it, I'm highly unlikely to ever actually do this. You know, drive nice car, or a nice car around all these racetracks, but you know, whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll become YouTube famous. I'm such a comedian. Okay, I'm not going to cheat. It's so easy just to cheat there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do things properly and actually navigate the bend. I only usually cheat there if I'm desperate, because I don't like doing things twice. Do it once, do it right the first time. Do races, get money. Fuck bitches. In that order. And you see, yeah, this straight is immensely long. And there's nothing wrong with that in the slightest. Nothing wrong with a good fast straight. This thing needs a bigger turbo. I think I braked a little bit early there. Sometimes it's hard to judge the distance. But having said that, I'd rather brake too early than too late, because if you brake too late, you're in the gravel trap. And that's not cool. And you're bloody flailing around in the sand and gravel, you know, spinning the wheels, you know, fruitlessly trying to get yourself unbogged, and all the while you're getting overtaken by a bunch of cocks in Audis. Whoa, 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 whoa. Understeer, we don't want that. I do legitimately wish that this game had Gran Turismo 3's handling model, because it was so much more fun. Like, I get what they were trying to achieve with the extra realism, but you know, it's 10 years in the past, you know. Gran Turismo Sport is now the current game. But, you know, I like playing these older games for nostalgia's sake, and also, you know, I'm broke. You know. But, you know, I think you can get quite a lot of good content out of older games. You know, it just depends on many, many things. You know, people like these games still, you know. You know, people my age especially, you know, we talk and reminisce about the good old days when games were fun. And not to go off on a bit of a tangent, but they were. It's something I may discuss more at length on a stream, but yeah, let's just say games these days might look better, and some might actually legit be better, but on a whole, games back then were better. Not all of them, obviously. I mean, you still got, you know, the Fallout series is amazing, and the Elder Scrolls series. But having said that, they were born in the 90s, the same era that I'm referring to. Alright, so after this we should have a car, and $6,000 to blow on this car. Alright, let's see what it is. Now it's irrelevant because we can't use it as per the rules of the challenge. I don't think that has a cash value. There's some cars in this game that have no cash value. Let's just quickly see. Sorry, I'm just keep bumping the mic. What is it? A Toyota Motor Triathlon race car. Valuation, yeah, you can't sell it. Yeah. I'll just keep it. You know, it'll take up garage space, but whatever. Anyways, that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, sorry for how long this one took to make as well. I took a bit of time away from it because, you know, computer issues, me issues, etc. You know, but I haven't forgotten. I haven't given up. The challenge is still on. I probably should have said re-mentioned the rules at the start of the episode, but I didn't. But yes, I've got to complete as much of this game as possible using only used cars. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See you later.
Yeah. Godspeed, who got speed? Like